What's going on, guys? I'm Noah with Boss Dad Entertainment, and welcome to the very first episode of Movie Monday. Uh, every Monday, I will be reviewing movies that I love, giving you my honest opinion on them, um, and also be doing movies that I don't like and giving you my honest opinion on them as well. Today, we're kicking off with my all-time favorite movie, Scarface. Just a heads up, this review will contain spoilers, so if somehow you have never seen this, be warned. So Scarface follows Tony Montana, a Cuban immigrant who comes to America with one goal, to build a better life. His journey from having nothing to becoming one of the biggest drug lords in Miami is filled with ambition, power, loyalty, greed, and the consequences that come with chasing the world. The biggest reason this is my favorite movie is because I am a huge Al Pacino fan. In my opinion, this is one of the greatest performances of his career. He completely becomes Tony Montana in this movie. Every scene feels believable, and his energy keeps you invested from the beginning to the end. My favorite scene has to be the legendary "Say hello to my little friend" moment. It's one of the most iconic scenes in this movie. It's one of the most iconic scenes in movie history, and every time I watch it, it never gets old. My favorite quote from this movie is "The world is yours." To me, that means if you're willing to put in the hard work, stay determined, and keep pushing forward, you can accomplish incredible things. It's a message that goes far beyond the movie itself. Besides Tony Montana, my favorite character is Manny in this. I honestly don't think there would be a Tony Montana without Manny. They worked together from the beginning, built everything side by side, and their friendship was a huge part of the story. As for acting, Al Pacino absolutely steals the show. He delivers one of the greatest performances I've ever seen. It's the main reason I come back and watch this movie over and over and over again. If I had one complaint, it's the way that Tony kills Montana. Or kills Manny, sorry. Tony kills Manny. I understand why Tony reacted this way, or the way that he did. But I hated seeing Manny die when all he wanted was to be with Tony's sister. That moment always sticks with me. I think it's just a really heartbreaking scene, honestly, because imagine what they could have done if he would have just allowed Manny to be with his sister, and he could have avoided a lot of this stuff, and the movie wouldn't have ended the way that it did. But even though Scarface came out decades ago, I think it still holds up today. I watch it all the time. It never gets old to me. If you've never seen Scarface and you're a fan of gangster movies like The Godfather, which actually has Al Pacino in it as well, I highly recommend checking it out. I think this is one of the greatest mobster movies ever made. My final rating is an easy 10 out of 10 for me. It's one of Al Pacino's greatest movies and absolutely worth your time. If I had to describe Scarface in one sentence, I'd say one of the best mobster movies ever made. But I honestly absolutely love this movie. And if you've never checked it out, I definitely recommend checking it out. It is about a 2.5 hour movie, long movie, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, about 2 hours, 2.5 hours long, something like that. But it's a really, really good movie, and if you are a mobster fan, I highly recommend checking it out. But thanks so much for watching the very first episode of Movie Monday. If you've ever seen Scarface, let me know your favorite scene and what you'd rate it in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Boss Dad Entertainment, and I'll see you next Monday for another Movie Monday. Take care, everyone.